was a close call. Kids, welcome to Mission 1, Pirate Flags. Let's get started. There's 3 types of pirate flags. The first one, together. The second one, opposite. And the third one is what's called unrelated. Let's go ahead and take a look and see more. Kids, some of the most common pirate flags you're going to see going in the same direction together. You're going to see, for example, and for instance. When you use these 2 things, remember, you're going to start off with a general category and move to something very specific. I like fruit. For example, I like pineapple. Fruit is very general, and then pineapple is very specific. Remember, for example and for instance are pretty much the same thing. You're going to start with general and go to specific. Moreover, that's a together pirate flag as well. It's just giving you more of the same. Thus and in conclusion are conclusions. You'll say something and then you'll end very strong. So remember, the second part of your pirate flag, after you see thus or in conclusion, it's going to be some very, very strong thing. Here, since you're dealing with since, you're dealing with some type of a time relationship. Together pirate flags, kids. Opposite pirate flags. Just like in reading, but yet, however, although, on the other hand, and conversely. Remember, what you have on the left of one of these words and on the right is probably going to be a Scooby-Doo synonym. I like soccer, however, it is tough. It is a Scooby-Doo synonym for the previous noun on the left side, which is soccer. Remember, you're going to have to counteract what you just said by using the same thing on the left and the right of your pirate flag. You can't just start talking about something new. You got to continue talking about the same thing. Opposite pirate flags, kids. Unrelated pirate flags. The most common ones that you're going to run into, the, most, and as. That means that what you have on the left and the right side of these words, you can start talking about something different. Remember, when you see a pirate flag that's opposite, like but, yet, however, or although, on the left and the right, you're going to have to talk about the same thing. Remember, compare both sides of the sentence. These unrelated ones, the sentence doesn't match. You're not continuing talking about the same thing. Remember, check to the left of the underlined portion as well as to the right. Unrelated pirate flags, kids. Steps in the process of analyzing and answering pirate flag questions for ACT English. Kids, the steps are, step number 1, we're going to look at our answer choices first. We're going to label each answer choice either T, together, or O, opposite, or U, unrelated. Okay, remember, unrelated ones are like words like the, as, and sometimes you're going to see the word most. Once you do that, what you're going to do is you're going to compare the 2 parts of the sentence. Compare the first part of the sentence, which is before the underlined portion, to the last part of the sentence, which is after the underlined portion. Remember, you could always use the good stinky rule. Label each part of the sentence before and this part of the sentence after, either plus or minus. Then you'll be able to answer questions simply using this good stinky rule method. Basically, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to analyze a sentence, and you're going to have to look at the first and the last component of each sentence and try and figure out if the sentence is continuing in the same direction, or it's flipping around, or it's unrelated. So here's some examples right here. The first one, it says, I enjoy sour things. Blank, I like lemonade. So if you see the first part of the sentence says, I like sour things, you can say, I like it, and then also, I do like, again, lemonade. So you could use the good stinky rule here in part A and say, sour things are positive, and over here, lemonade is positive. That would tell you that the sentence is going in the same direction. So you need a pirate flag that's going to be a together pirate flag. Something like, for example, or for instance. Now, the second example right here, it says, Sam enjoys sour things, blank, she does not like lemonade. So here it's she enjoys, that's positive, and over here she does not like, so that's negative. Using the good stinky rule, you can just simply compare the 2 sentences and see if they're going in the same direction or flipping. Now, the third thing that you're going to see is something that's unrelated. You're going to see in the answer choice as a pirate flag, and you're going to see 2 components that are unrelated. The first one here, it says, she enjoys sour things. Okay, it's positive. And now over here it just talks about citrus fruits. Okay, citrus fruits are sour things, but you see, if you put some type of a pirate flag in there, it really doesn't make any sense at all. So remember, when you have your answer choices, you're going to look and see, do you have a pirate flag in one of the answer choices? When you have pirate flags, simply label the pirate flags either T together or O opposite or U unrelated. Then go back into the sentence and look at the first component before the underlined portion and try and figure out what's going on before and what's going on after. This is quite a bit of work compared to some of the other answer choices that you're going to see for ACT English. However, you have to read more. Remember, when you see the underlined portion, go back in time and read the first component of the answer choices. Kids, pirate flags in a nutshell, mission 1 complete. How to use this mission most effectively. First, it's a mission, so that means it's a follow along. Just listen to my small directions, brief, to the point concepts, then you're going to pause the video and do those things. You'll turn the video back on and see if you are correct in your approach to what I suggested. I'll simply show you how to answer the problems. Number 2, you're going to hear some secret foghorn in the back. Then I'm going to say a secret word. These secret words will add up to the secret mission code. It's basically a phrase. You're trying to decipher the secret message code. Once you have the secret message code for the video, you simply can translate that and turn it into the professor for Genius Gear. Please see the professor for more information about the Genius Gear. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's jump on into it with practice problem number 24. Kids, first thing you want to do is look at your answers, F through J, label it T together, O opposite, or U unrelated. Then, here's the underlined portion here. You're going to have to analyze this sentence here, and then you're going to have to analyze this sentence here. Depending on what you see in the answer choices with T, O, or U, you're going to have to use the correct thing to get the right answer. Pause the video now, come up with the answer, and I'll explain it in a moment. Alright kids, we're back. All these answer choices, F, G, H, and J, they're all unrelated. Okay, so the next thing that I would do is I would come over here and I would acknowledge the fact that what we have here up in this clause here, right here, you see that there's a comma after stripe code. According to the abandoned boxcar theory, abandoned boxcar tells us that when we have one comma, you're going to have two clauses that are linked together by one comma. You have to have an independent clause somewhere. Now, this first part up here is where we have the underlined portion. You can kind of switch in and out. So that means it's non-static. But the question part down over here, starting with unique, that stuff there stays. It can't be changed. When we read this starting with unique all the way to the end of the sentence there, you see the back end part there, that's a dependent clause. So it has to, what we put in our answer choice has to make this an independent clause. Quite simple. When you come over here and look at your answer choices now, since you know that whatever you put in this underlined portion has to make this part up here to social a stripe code, that's got to be an independent clause. You see, the only one that contains a noun that does that is answer choice H. H has the word this, which is a hazy pronoun. Kids, the secret word for this particular problem is the word those. Let's take a look at practice problem number 52. Once again, first thing you want to do is label your answer choices T together, O opposite, or U unrelated. Then, here's 52 here, so you're going to have to read this sentence here. And then you're going to have to read the previous sentence up here and then think of what's going on. Are they going in the same direction with the good stinky rule, or are they going opposite? Pause the video now. We'll come on back with the answer and the explanation. Do come up with an answer before you come back. Alright kids, we're back. So if you look at your answer choices here, no change has the word because right here. That's going to be T. Although is going to be opposite. Unless is going to be opposite, and if is going to be unrelated. Alright, so now what we do is we come over here and we take a look at this second sentence here. Because his troops spent most of their efforts, there was some kind of concern. Okay, so a concern, we're going to say that that's negative, and then over here it says succeeded. Alright, succeeded and concerned, plus minus. That tells you that answer choice J, unrelated, is out. Answer choice because, that's out as well. And then you just simply plug in and see which one sounds a little bit better. G is the correct answer choice using the pirate flag method. See, your key word for this problem, kids, is who. Problem number 54, here's what we're going to do. We're going to look at our answer choices, label these together or opposite. Then what you want to do is you want to look at the two sentences in conjunction to each other and see what's going on. Now be careful, this is a very, very, very good problem to work with, because you're going to see that on both sides of the underlined portion here in 54, up here and down here, there are the good stinky rule, but there's two things that you have to kind of look for. Think Scooby-Doo. On the top and on the bottom there are words that are Scooby-Dooed, so you have to find a double set on both sides and then see, is that going in the same direction or that together. Pause the video here, we'll come on back with the explanation in a moment. Alright kids, we're back. So if you look over here, first thing you want to do is just label your answer choices. Nevertheless is going to be O, additionally is going to be T, thus is also T, and still is going to be opposite. Okay, so just quick labeling there. Second thing that you want to do is you want to come over here and you want to look over here, and it says here we have guarded, and then down over here we have fences. When you guard and you have a fence, that's protection. You see how that's a Scooby-Doo synonym? So both of those are going to be positive. Okay. Over here, now you've got this one which says illegal grazing, which is negative, and over here you have damaged trees, which is negative. So really what happens, kids, is this all comes down to you have a plus minus on the top and a plus minus on the bottom. See how it's a double? So since this is really the same thing on the top as on the bottom, you know that the answer choice is basically going from the same to the same. So J is going to be out, O is going to be out. And now H says thus, which is a conclusion, or G says in addition, or additionally, adding more. So they're guarding and then they're adding more by putting a fence in. They've got guards, and additionally they're putting fences up. So the correct answer on this one is going to be G. The secret word for this problem is feared. Pirate flags in the reading section. Kids, Two things to keep in mind here. Number one, answers fall near pirate flags. Because a lot of times we have but, yet, however, although, that flips the tone using the good stinky rule from positive to negative or negative to positive, that catches you off guard. Just acknowledge the fact that when you see one of these pirate flags, the answer is going to be right there. It's either above the flag or below the flag. All right. Number two, pre-scratch the passage for pirate flags. Basically, you just take your finger and you just think of like scratching a chalkboard with your fingers. You're just going to drag your fingers vertically from the top down to the bottom of each column, and you're just glancing quickly to see if you see any of those words. The more you do, the better you get, the quicker you're going to be able to identify those words. Once you see those words through the pre-scratch, simply circle them. Then you're going to notice when you look at the questions, a lot of these problems, including line reference and mystery, are going to have something to do with that pirate flag. Once you've already identified that pirate flag in the passage, you're going to be able to use that to your advantage. Let's look at some examples. All right, let's look at the bear claw scratch. First thing that you want to do is, if you're right-handed, you have your pencil or pen in your right hand and your left hand. Your opposite hand is what you're going to do on the page. So if I'm right-handed like this, what I would do is I would take my left hand and just take my fingers up here on the page and simply just drag them down and quickly look for pirate flags like but, yet, however, although. See one right there, and then what I would do is I would just simply put a circle around it. Okay, then continue scratching down, looking for pirate flags, but, yet, however, although. All right, your turn. Here's passage number one. First thing we're going to do is bear claw scratch. What I'd like you to do is just take your fingers, scratch both column A and column B, see how many pirate flags that you can get. Okay, go ahead, do that, but we're going to pause the video right now. Alright, so when you do your bear claw scratch, here are the pirate flags that I found. We found in the first paragraph but, we found a capitalized but right here, and we found another but right here, and then down over here we found another but. So in the first paragraph there's 4 buts. Then in the paragraph down over here there's a but hidden on the side, kind of tricky for our eyes to see. This one's a little bit easier right here. It's capitalized but on that one. All right, so, and then there's one last one right here in the middle on line 57. Okay, so those are all the pirate flags. All right, what I would like you to recognize is hopefully that all you kids found this one here on line 16 because it's capitalized, begins a sentence, and over here on line 41. All right. Keep in mind that the most important pirate flag probably is the word but, so train your eyes to get them to be able to pop off the page, be able to see those right away. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to answer problem number 2. It's a mystery question here, and what we want to do is read the question stem and identify what words we're looking for, so underline them in your passage, then find those words inside the passage itself, and then answer the question. Pause the video here. We'll come on back with the answers in a second. All right, so the words that you should be looking for here are front office, printing shop, and the press room. I found that right over here on line 8, front room. All right. And right here is our pirate flag that gives us the answer. So if you read this, it says the front room is its head. That means it's very important. It says without the back room, the press went on all day, da da da. So they're saying that the front room is the head. It's the most important part. But the back room is equally as important. So your answer choice here should be equally critical. Answer choice G. The secret word for this question is they. On to the next passage, kids. Let's go ahead, bear claw scratch both columns, find all the pirate flags that you can, and do it as quick as you can. Pause the video now. All right, pirate flags. I found a pirate flag up here in paragraph number 1. I found the word but. Paragraph number 3, in other words. In the last column down over here, I found the word in fact. Tough one because it's cut in half. And then I found the word but here. Top of the next page, I found the word thus. But on the side, it's a hard one. Anything hidden on the side that's not capitalized, tough for your eyes to see. Hopefully everybody found this one. It's capitalized, the word however, and in the last paragraph, the word but. All right? Those are all of our pirate flags. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to answer problem number 13. It is a mystery question. So step 1, pick your keyword in the question. What is the most relevant keyword that we need to find in the essay? Pick that word, then go ahead and look at your pirate flags first to see if that word is near your pirate flags. Then answer the questions. Pause the video here. We'll come on back with the answer in a second. Problem number 13, the word I chose was Maya. I found that on line 8 right here, and how I found that was because I just glanced at my pirate flags. I came up with the correct answer for 13 is answer choice A. Secret word for this word problem is the word would, W-O-U-L-D. All right, 16, go ahead and pick your keyword. Finger scan, find it according to where your pirate flags are. However you find it as quick as you can. Answer the question, and we'll come on back with the answers. Pause the video now. All right, so problem number 16, I found the word Greeks over here on line 31, and Danzig is also right there as well. So either one of those words, and you're going to notice that the keyword we find is right next to a pirate flag in other words. In other words is a simplified version. When you do that, you look at the simplified version with the pirate flag. Answer choice F is the correct answer. The secret word for this video is not, N-O-T. Final question in this passage, it's number 19. It's a mystery question. Pick your keyword, find your keyword in the essay. Go ahead and look at your pirate flags first to locate the word, because chances are pretty high that our mystery keyword that's hidden in the essay is going to be somewhere next to our pirate flags. Pause the video now. We'll come on back with the answer and explanation in a second. All right, this question here, the keyword, pretty straightforward, easy to find, U.S. Library of Congress. I found that on line 44 in the topic sentence, and also this is a paragraph that has the word in fact in there. The correct answer for practice problem number 19 is answer choice D. The secret word for this video is succeed. Last passage, first thing we're going to do here, bear claw scratch for both paragraph A and B. Pause the video, we'll come on back to point out where those pirate flags are. Get your eyes moving for the words but, yet, however, although. Alright, in paragraph number 1, this one should pop off the page for you. It is capitalized, the word but. Right above it, for example, that's another pirate flag as well. Paragraph number 2 is a tricky one. It's in parentheses. It's the word despite. Down over here, the next paragraph, in the topic sentence, I found the word but here. Down here, I found the word but again in the middle. And in the last paragraph, I see the word despite again. And over here on the side, in fact, those are the pirate flags. All right, so the first question that we're going to do here is practice problem number 32 down over here. It's a mystery question. You know that because it starts with the word according. Go in here, figure out what's the keyword, underline the keyword, and then find the keyword in the essay. But first, look at the pirate flags to help you find it quicker. Pause the video now. We'll come on back with the answer and where we found that keyword in a second. All right, so problem number 32. The two words that you could find over here are the fungi and the tree roots. This whole essay is about this fungi, so that's going to be too broad. So I went with tree roots here. I found that on line 21 right here, tree roots. And you'll see that it's right next to that word despite. And despite is pirate flag. That's going to flip opposite. So the correct answer on this one is going to be answer choice G. The secret word, kids, is a comma. The symbol, a comma. Let's take a look at the next problem. It's problem 35. It is a mystery question, so let's pick a keyword in the question itself. And when we try and find the word, now just simply look at your pirate flags and see if the word pops off the page. Pause the video here. We'll come on back with the answer in a second. Alright, the key word here in the question is yeast. I found yeast over here on line 8. It was pretty easy to find because it was right near a pirate flag, for example. It says, for example, is unknown and may be commensal. Alright, may and possible, that's going to be a Scooby-Doo synonym. The correct answer for 35 is going to be answer choice B. The secret word for this particular question is the word sat. Alright, the next problem here is problem number 36, and you will notice that this is a line reference question, so it's easy to locate. Alright, so the trap on the test is line reference are usually tough to reword. We're going to use the toughness against ACT by making it easy. Part of the toughness of a line reference question on ACT is pirate flags. So lots of kids don't recognize that you have to read further when you see a pirate flag. Lots of kids don't recognize that the author is making a U-turn, a turnaround, a counter argument when they use these words, but yet, however, on the other hand, and so forth. So let's go ahead, pause the video here, answer the question, and come on back with the explanation now. Problem 36, the correct answer for problem 36 is going to be answer choice H. And here, if you look at lines 10 through 12, you're going to see that we start off line 11 with the word but. So normally when you read up here in the beginning, this is going to say one thing, and then the most important part of the essay is going to be after the word but. All right, so here it says princes of mutualism. All right, so the answer over here is going to be mutualistic relationship with plants. All right, pretty straightforward. When you use this pirate flag stuff to your advantage, you see 36 is almost a joke. It's so easy. The secret word for this particular problem is absolutely. All right, we'll end it off with this workout here with practice problem number 40. It is a line reference question, so you already know the rewording part's going to be tough. Here it says in line 83 to 86, the author is making an argument, and we're going to try and weaken it. So use your pirate flag and simplify it in your own words. Come up with an answer. We'll look at this in a second. Pause the video now. All right, so let's go to line 83. So 81, 82, 83. I noticed that when I put a dot by line 83 here, I noticed that there is a pirate flag, the word in fact, right here on the next line. So the word in fact tells you that this is going to be something that's indisputable. It's going to be something very clear, very easy to understand. So I actually forget reading about line 83, and I just use in fact to the end. It says ecosystems that have inadequate fungus go through a catastrophe. So what we need to do is we need to weaken that statement. So that's basically, in my own words, when you don't have enough fungus in some type of an ecosystem, there's going to be some kind of catastrophe. So what we need to do to weaken this is show that we have an ecosystem that doesn't have a lot of fungus that's actually like growing. All right, when we come over here, you see that the correct answer is going to be H. It says we have the fungus dies in the forest and the forest flourishes. So here that shows you opposite of what this in fact is right here. The takeaway from this mission, kids, is pirate flags. In English, you'll see pirate flags, and that will tell you that we're going to need to read above the pirate flag and below the pirate flag to see how the two sentences are joined together by the pirate flag. Are they continually talking about the same thing, or are they flipping the flavor, good stinky rule wise, or are they just switching topics to something else as being unrelated? In the reading, you saw twofold. One, if you bear claw scratch for pirate flags before you do your genius mapping, you're going to see right away that mystery question keywords usually are going to fall around those pirate flags. Also, in line reference questions, you're going to see that pirate flags tell you read more. Even though they may not tell you to read that sentence, if you see a pirate flag just below the area or just above the area they tell you to look at, sometimes it's easier to interpret what they're trying to get at when you look at both sides of the pirate flag. Kids, congratulations on completing this mission. We'll see you in the next mission. Bye for now.